Yeah.
Hello, I have Emily with me today. She jumped on my One Soul at a Time free mini healings on Instagram Live this week. And so keep in mind, this was like a 10-minute, maybe 10-minute healing. And she just wants to share all the amazing things that happened in that short time. Hey, Emily, how are you today?
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me back.
Yes. Well, first, the
Um,
craziest thing we have to share is the dark energies did not want us connecting,
I
right?
know.
You tried to get on the live and it was not letting you. Then I
Yeah, my
tried to bring you on, right? And it was just not connecting. Go ahead.
there was just so much interference. And what's funny is Debbie and I have actually we had one session before and that was a full length session. It was great, but I felt like there was even interference at the beginning of that one of us just trying to connect. And so yes, I jumped on the live, which I never do. I just felt called to see you, and sure enough, like, couldn't get on. The Wi-Fi wasn't working, the dogs were barking, my computer, my phone. And so yeah, when we finally got connected, um I, knowing it was only 10 minutes, I just wanted to talk to you about like my physical eyes and my third eye. Of course, there's other things going on, but I went into this knowing it's only going to be a few minutes. My physical eyes were bulging. That was from hyperthyroidism, Graves' disease. And then I was talking to you about my third eye because going into my meditations, I'm just constantly seeing black. Um,
Mhm.
that's a bit unusual for me because usually I'll see colors, um, white, black. But yeah, for me, the black is pretty associated with black magic, or so it feels.
Mhm.
So yeah, I just wanted to talk about those two things on the live. Little did
Oh,
I know how far we'd go.
right. Oh my gosh. So, yes. So I took the few things you said, I made some notes, and I just said, close your eyes. And I went into it.
Yes. So, and I had, so
Oops.
there we go. I had to write down all of my notes, and I even did a voice memo afterwards because there was so much that happened. So excuse me if I keep looking down.
Yeah, no, go for it.
So yes, we started with my thyroid, and the thyroid's in your throat. I've had a lot of blocks cleared, and I've had a lot of entity attachments. I can't even speak. So that's something that I'm constantly clearing. But for you to even start with my like thyroid instead of just my eyes, for you to pick up on that, I was already in awe. Um, let's see. I knew there was only so much I could do on my own. So like working with a master healer, obviously it's amplified. The energy's amplified. And then I knew that I had hooks where attachments kept coming back. Um, so yes, so we started with the throat. We did a minute, like a little mini clearing, and then you moved up to my eyes. Oh wait, I need to go back. So
Yeah.
while you were clearing my throat, I could feel the energy moving. I could feel it clearing. I could also feel some of the entities like tightening their grip. So I could feel like my collarbones, and then it was like something was wrapped around my throat, which we cleared last session, but it's back.
Yep.
So, so yes, but as you were clearing that energy and you were clearing some of those entities, it was almost like my third eye was starting to see gaps of light. And so I could feel that, there was light coming in, negative attachments, there were weaker things that were being cleared. Um, and that's actually when you started to move up to my eyes. So at first, I felt the energy shift in my third eye. Um, but as you brought specific spirits in, and I forgot the name again, I want to say optometrist.
Oh,
Or the
optometrist elixir. My
Yeah.
optometrist elixir. Yeah.
And as soon as Debbie brought that spirit in, it was like a full, just like in the back of my eyes, and I could feel my cones moving. It felt like a headband of healing, which is kind of funky to say, but like even in my temples, I could feel it. And then I literally felt my eyes like push back into my skull, like in
I
in a
think what I started with, I think I cleared your
When your eyes freeze?
Optic nerve, like in the back, the optic nerve. I opened it up and released some trauma, I think, and then brought in my optometrist elixir to heal, repair, restore, renew the rods, the cones, the all the parts. The yeah. So
Yep.
you felt the pressure release, like so.
Immediate, and it was like as you were saying it, I could feel all of it. So it was so surreal, so cool. Um, so yeah, and then and also like good sensations. It wasn't like any negative, it didn't feel like negative at all. It was all really good sensations. Um, and then you moved back to my throat, and this time I felt a really strong cord, like almost like a string going into my solar plexus. And that was not something that I brought up to her. I could just feel it. And like I was saying, I've been doing other healing sessions and I was really focusing on like my feminine side of the body and just like ancestral things and soul retrievals. Again, I didn't say any of this to Debbie at the beginning. She was saying her own things and it was aligning perfectly with what was going through my head. So it's just so crazy. And then let me see. So yes, there was a lot coming up in my thoughts, a lot coming up around my solar plexus. And then Debbie jumped to my solar plexus and started clearing the cords and started, just working in that area. And I could literally feel like cords dissolve. You were cutting things. Like it was so much light came in and it felt so healing. Um, Another thing you were clearing was the entities, and I was really worried about the hooks. Well, again, another thing is you said it without me even saying anything, and you immediately started to release and clean exactly what was going through my head. And you did add more to you added more to it, but it was all like exactly what I needed. Um, and then, because with my thyroid and other things going on in my life, she started to clear medicines. And again, something that we didn't talk about, but I could immediately feel. And it was kind of just like one thing after another was coming up for me that I wasn't sharing, but Debbie was just like clearing all of it. And so that was amazing. Um, let's see. Yeah, the words you used were aligning perfectly. And then, yeah, I just want to remind everybody I only went in for my eyes and my thyroid. Like, that was it. That was in all under 10 minutes, too.
Like that's the
That's,
thing that like I really want to stress because it doesn't like I can do so much in 5 minutes. Like, these healing sessions, I can align your spine, I can release your demons and your gremlins and
yeah,
release ancestral trauma, like bing bang boom. Like it's in the quantum realm, there's no time. Like time
there's,
is it's like boom, boom, boom.
yeah. And I feel like I need to emphasize that as we were going through all of this, it's not like we were pausing or taking a minute to even let things clear. It was, you would say something, I would immediately feel it. And then we'd be moving to the next. And it was as if like it was clearing as you were saying things. So we didn't need to sit here and wait or like for me to give you a cue. Yeah, you just knew. And
Yeah, and the healing work I do is very unique. It's not, it is a God-given gift. What I do, nobody does it the way I do it, and it's just no one's ever had a healing crisis with me. Knock on wood. It's very gentle yet powerful. Like we don't have time to mess around. We got to get this done now.
yes. And yeah, I do want to emphasize here, like very gentle. It's not like it's a rush or it feels like chaos. It is very gentle and it's
Right.
it's healing. That's the best word to use. So yes, that and then I also want to add oh, so with the medicines, I could feel the energy moving around and I could feel everything starting to align. But then you picked up that you needed to clear more and you moved to my brain. You moved back to my brain. And it was as like same thing. It was like little things were moving here and there. And I could just feel it being pulled out. And there was even some specific medicines that it was like I could physically see it coming out of me, like the toxins or
Oh, remember the injection, the string you felt coming out of your arm at the injection site.
yes. So I feel like that is also very important. And not everybody will have like the same like being able to see it. But for me, like I could feel it, I could see it, and it was very powerful.
Yes, so cool. Like it's just, I just love what I do, and I want more people to realize this is possible. Anything is possible, and I am literally doing the impossible. What people think you need a doctor, you need a surgery, you need a pill. Like this energy, like this, I command it gone, and it goes. Like I
Yes,
command it.
yes. Um, and so yeah, and then as we started to wrap things up, that is when more interference came in. It was insane. My Wi-Fi started going crazy. It was actually at the end when you started to thank my guides, and it froze. My Instagram froze. I tried to reconnect. My dogs were going insane. One of them.
Well, and that just proves like the dark energies. This is a war, good and evil, dark and light, and they don't want, like at the time when I was finishing up, and which I would have brought you back on to tell this what you're telling now, and they did not want that happening. So they literally would not let you come back on, and then they all of a sudden my Instagram, it said your live ended, and I'm like, what? I didn't touch anything. So that's when we connected and we're like, we need to beat the system. Like, we're not going to lose this fight. So I said, let's set up a Zoom for, in the future here in the next couple of days and tell our stories. So we have to win the fight.
Yes, yes. And I feel like even to add to that, we scheduled the next day to do a testimony. And I don't know if it was the energy that whatever was going on, but as soon, like an hour before our call, I was feeling so drained and so tired. And I felt like I just was low battery. I like didn't
Yeah,
have.
like there's no way I can do this right now, basically, right?
Yeah. And so I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, is this more interfere? Like I like, I wanted to share. I like think
I
this is so amazing. Um, and I also want to share that I had to get blood work done for my thyroid the next day, and
oh,
all of my levels were like in a normal range and they're stable. And so that was also just amazing.
oh, amazing. And your eyes, you literally, like I could see them. So she was diagnosed with Graves, right, for the thyroid, and part of it was the bulging eyes, and I could see, you could visually see the eyes bulge, and they're not anymore,
Yeah.
right?
And at the beginning of our session, I closed my eyes. We went through the whole thing, and then yeah, at the when we reconnected after the call, you could see it in my eyes, like
They
after,
weren't bulging anymore.
yeah. And
The
they,
pressure was gone, right? You said the pressure was gone, and they just like felt like they were seated in the proper place, type thing, right?
yeah, and to even add to that, I had to leave after our call, and I went outside, and it was so bright. I didn't have my sunglasses, and with hyperthyroidism, I have very like light sensitivity. No sensitivity to the light. My eyes didn't water. I wasn't having like the symptoms that I had.
Well,
So,
throw away that diagnosis.
yeah,
You like forget what a doctor told you, because as we know, there's so much more to this spiritually. The toxins, the spiritual connections, the cords, the dark energies, like we can't claim it, you can't own it, you can't become the poster child for Graves disease or whatever. You've seen changes so quickly, like just follow your intuition, follow your gut. I can't tell you what to do. I mean, you've seen the results. Your eyes literally aren't bulging out of your head anymore, like that's the biggest, because I could see that visually, like when you came on, they definitely, you could see
they
that,
were.
like bulge. So crazy.
So, yes, thank you so, so much, Debbie. For everybody watching this, this is your sign. Go reach out to Debbie, whether you do it in a long session or just visit her on her Thursdays doing the live sessions. It works. It works. Debbie knows what she's doing, and it's amazing. So,
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on to share your story, get the word out. Yeah, I love what I do, and I love to help people. So thank you.
thank you so much, Debbie.
All right. Thanks. Bye bye, Emily.
Bye.